Hey everybody, Goldie here, and today we are taking a look at the newest character for WWE Champions, and it's one that people have wanted for a very long time, and makes sense that he's the weekend card because he's very good, he's very over, he's Riddle, RK Bro. Um, So this is going to be fun. He is the trial character for this week as well. So everyone will receive him at 5-star bronze, and you'll earn both of his gears doing his tour that you do not get to keep after the fact. Allow me to clarify, you don't get to keep the gears. They're strictly trial gears. So when his actual debut contest happens on Friday, those gears will go away. If you keep the bags and try to open the bags to make them work, they're not going to. So I'm going to just spare you that disappointment now. Um, so similar to my WCW Ray preview, I'm going to have 3 videos. I'm going to do a preview without gear, a preview with one of the gears, which usually is the obtainable gear for the weekend event, and then I'll do a preview with both gears. And usually what happens with these characters is they make one gear available in the final or the penultimate milestone of the weekend event, and then they heavily paywall the second gear. So I'd like to show the possibilities with no gear, one gear, both gears, just to show you how good this card really is. And he's incredibly versatile. There are ways around his builds, depending on the trainers you may or may not have. So there's a few builds we're going to look at where Razor and Matt Hardy would be ideal. I will show them for one, just to show the optimal way of running him. But there are plenty of ways around it, using this character if you don't have either. So I'm going to have 7 builds, and it's going to be a lot of fun. He's very good, very versatile. So let's break down the card itself. He is, yet again, a modern era technician. And when I did my Brock preview, I mentioned that, wow, what an incredibly loaded class. Never mind tech, but modern male tech is very loaded. And we just got another front runner in Riddle. So, good God, there are so many good modern male techs, and Riddle is definitely one of them. His coach ability is going to be highly sought after. So at 21k, which is 5-star gold, moves that generate black gems will create 2 more black gems. And power gems generated from moves will add 13,000 more damage on each attack. So it makes sense that they give him the nickname of RK Bro, and it turns out he is the ideal coach for Apex Predator Orton. Important to note that the way it reads that the power gems have to be, like, the move has to create power gems, not a countdown or a snowfall or a pyro or a trap or a sub that turns into power gems. So jury is still out on how that will affect people like Fiend, Hall of Fame Hogan. But for now, characters like Striker Orton, Psycho Sid possibly just became more viable. Striker Steamboat, anybody with moves that, maybe Naka can clear his tour this month with Riddle as a coach. Who knows? So he's got a lot. Like, I'm already like 5 minutes into this video, and I'm still talking about introducing him. So his links with RK Bro. Now, this is only with Striker Orton, not Powerhouse, not Showboat, not Tech, just the Striker. Multiply gems generated from moves will increase their strength by an additional 100%. So if Randy has ×4 multiply gems, if you tag him with Riddle, they are now ×8. One of the sets that we're going to look at, Riddle has ×5, so you tag him with Orton, those would be ×10. Dangerous showdown team with all the 1 MP moves as well. Best of 2021 is strictly a link to wear a belt. There's no actual tag bonus there. He has the raw link. Any color moves start with 1 more move point. And modern era, gems do 5% more damage. Now he does come with 2 additional gears. So the first gear, the obtainable one, is fantastic for people that don't have Razor or who are not VIP and don't have Showboat King of Kings. Moves that generate green gems will create 2 more green gems. So gives you a little bit more versatility there. And the second gear, moves that cause bleed will do 50% more bleed damage. So we've got the green, the yellow, and the blue gear. So like I said, I have 7 builds. So 4 of them are available at 3 stars. So we're just gonna get right into it. The first build is double green with blue 1. This would be a good build if you don't have Razor. So the finisher is the Floating Bro, 10 MP, deals 67,544 damage. Choose 5 gems to make into green gems and pin the opponent. Green 2 is the Arm Catch Overhead Kick, 7 MP, deal 49,123 damage and make all green gems into multiply gems of strength 5. And blue 1 is the Power Bomb. It's 8 MP, deal 46,784 damage and gain 11 green MP. So the entourage we're going to run for this is Lawler to start with more blue MP. We're going to run Tech Booker. I'm going to avoid using Matt for this set, and I'm going to avoid using Razor for the finisher. So instead, we're going to focus on the base green gem damage. So Booker will give us 35% more. Showboat Lacey for 20% more on the green gems and purples. And we're going to use Acro J Uso for 10% more damage on his green moves. And now for his belt. Ideally, you would want to run Full Fury with substats focusing on green gem damage. I, however, have a padded metal for the finisher. So we're running a really scuff belt setup. We only have I guess we have 30 from this and then 20 from the set. So we're tacking on about 50% more gem damage instead of 70. And I'm also not running a plate. You could run a Honky Tonk Blues plate. So you break green gems, get blue MP. That would help you load the power bomb. I couldn't remember if it was power bomb or power slam. That would help you load that. You could run a cheap shot because chances are the finisher is going to be very strong. So a cheap shot would kind of help your opponent to not kick out. So we're going to go against Austin because he's got a fairly substantial health pool, and I feel like we're going to be doing some pretty hefty damage. Is he running his sub? He's running his sub. That's fine. We're going to beat him before he gets to it. Let's take a look, bro. He doesn't even kick his flip-flops off. There's no scooter. What? Can we talk about his cheekbones, though? Good lord, if I tried to do that kind of contouring, I'd take an eye out. Okay, enough about his cheekbones. We don't have a blue match. Unfortunately, that would have been ideal. Not a lot of green on the board either. And oh! Open mouth, insert foot. We're gonna beat him before he gets to the sub. Yeah, good one. Good one, Goldie. Alright. A mere 5 turns up. Well, alright then. Ah, crap. Okay. Okay, he's got his reinforces, whatever. We'll take a green match. Because there's no blue. What was he supposed to turn into protect gems? He's playing defensively. Power gems, which we don't use. Okay. Blue match. We should be good to go next turn. Unless he takes our green gems. Man, we only have... What is his... Frustrating. That's what. No, I'm not going to risk it in case he gets a yellow match, because the way this match started, he'll get what he wants. Alright. So, arm catch, overhead kick. 143,000 damage with the 200% metal and acro J. All the green gems are going to turn into multiply gems of strength 5. This is his base, by the way. So Hardy would make this 7. And then floating bro. That'll look kind of cool. We only get 5, and there's not a lot of green gems on the board. So not super ideal. 95,000 on those green gems, plus because they're times 5, we're going to recycle. So hoping he gives us a decent sized cascade and puts some more green gems on the board somewhat close together. Thank you. Alright, do it again. One, two, three, four, 5. Nice, and we got a blue cascade as well. He has a reversal that he's not using, which means he'll probably use it now. Yep, okay. That's fine. So this would be the problem with not using the 1 MP purple move, which we will look at later, but this is the non-Razor set, which means chances are you're going to run out of purple gems, green gems at some point. We're going to hit the power bomb again and hit the green move again for more damage. Nice, we got a critical hit. All right. Excellent, that worked great. So 900k on the finisher. With not a full Fury belt, no mat. That's not bad at all. Definitely not my favorite moveset, but still works for if you don't have Razor. Okay, that is build 1 of 7. Let's move on to the second one. Second moveset we're going to take a look at is another 3-star moveset, and I'm going to run this moveset twice. Once without Razor and Mat, just to show that it is doable, and then once with Razor and Mat, just to show the full potential. So we're keeping double green, and we're bringing in purple 1, which is the German suplex, 1 MP, deal 39,910 damage, and make 1 random gem into green gem. Yes, that is correct. At 5-star gold, he only creates 1 green gem base, which is where the gear would become helpful. Now, again, if you don't have Razor, Showboat King of Kings, Trickster Macho, or Hall of Fame Hall to give you any green gem generation, I do not recommend running this set, just because it's like you're going to do nothing, right? You'd be better off running the blue 1 or a different moveset altogether. So for this first go around, I'm going to swap out Lawler for Trickster Macho because he is still gettable in the game. Again, you could use Showboat King of Kings. He would also give you 2. If you have Hall of Fame Hall as a coach, he gives you 2 at 5 silver. So we're going to generate 3 green gems with the German suplex and 7 with the finisher. Keeping Tech Booker, keeping Showboat Lacey, keeping Acro J. And we're also keeping the belt exactly the same. So only generating 3 green gems. So it's probably going to be difficult to get going, but once you get to the finisher, you can recycle the 2 green moves every turn. So let's see how this one looks. So German suplex. Now what would be great is if we had a reverse glowing phantom plate. The phantom plate is break purple, get green. If we had a break green, get purple, and you happen to cascade on that, you could hit the German suplex a couple times a turn, and that would certainly help. We'll take the 4-match. This also helps you to get more green gems on the board before you hit the finisher, so you're converting more into ×5. You have a better chance to link them. So we'll take that. Wanted to wait until we get to use the suplex again. I don't know where that came from. Alrighty then, your girl is still trying to figure out Streamlabs OBS, or OBS Studio. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, whoever that was. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch at @thatgirlgoldie. Okay, shameless self-promotion over. Okay, so this is a lot better than what we were doing with the first set. And we'll have a better chance of linking them together. So this should hit fairly hard. Yeah, 1.5 mil without Matt and Razor. He's trash. He's really gonna kick out. Look at you go! Go, Austin, go, Austin, go. Go, Austin, go, Austin, go. And then he's gonna hit his reversal. And then submit us? What kind of tomfoolery is this? We're supposed to be showcasing Riddle beating everyone's ass. What do you mean we're getting submitted? What is this? Scuff preview. Alerts going off and shit. Big sad. Big sad. Thankfully, the German suplex is only 1 MP. Where's the... Yeah, I'll take that. All right. Excellent. That should get us recycling again. So again, we'll throw out a couple more green gems just to convert them. I guess the good thing about throwing out 3 is that you don't really get unwanted cascades, but it does suck when you're trying to load the move at first. But this, he doesn't have a kick out ready. So that should do it. Yep, there's the tell. Another 1.5 mil. So it's still doable. Trick Macho and Showboat King of Kings are the key, though. But even without Matt Hardy, if you were going up against somebody that was reducing multiply gems, your green gem base would still be fairly strong. So let's run that set again, but I'm going to use Matt and Razor just to see how much we can hit for. So same moves as before, but we've brought in Razor for 4 more green gems on both the German suplex and the finisher. And we've brought in Matt Hardy to increase our multiply gem strength by 2. So our multiply gems are now going to be at 7. Again, same Showboat Lacey, Acro J, same belt, no plate, half Fury, 200% metal. So now we're making 5 random gems into green gems. And I'm gonna play defensively. And it worked! Yay! Gonna toss out 5 more. Ah, okay, that's fine. What's important is he didn't charge his reversal, nor did he charge his sub. So we'll put a 5 more. Getting a little risky now with the amount of green gems on the board. Probably gonna cascade. Oh, just a little bit. I thought for sure we were gonna pin. Do we risk it for the biscuit one more time? Yeah. This is like saying hit me on 16. And we got a 26. Oh well. Live and learn or whatever. Okay, one more time. Really? Really? Okay, no mas. We tried it though. Ooh, so these are 106,000. If we had a full Fury belt for an extra 20%, that would be sick. Other option would be double armor, honky tonk man, cheap shot plate. That's like the most undefeated combo in the game right now. Survived every meta shift. Picking 9 green gems helps a bunch. This should be over. Oh, it's not going to be over, is it? Big sad. Big sad. Look at Austin with the cascades today. My God. If we had double armor, honky tonk man, cheap shot, that would have been over. Mark my words. Okay, so let's kick out of this and do it all again. What we're not going to do is have the board reshuffle. Okay, good. Good Scopely. Oh, that was money. Okay. Reversal is not charged. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 green gems. There we go. So 106k on each green gem. You really only need, if they're times 7, you only need to break 2 to charge up those 2 green moves again, which is kind of nice. But Scopely, I am once again advocating for the people of the community who do not have Matt and Razor. Please prioritize this process and get an alt character in the game so people are no longer locked out of playstyles. Please and thank you. One more 3-star moveset. Let's take a peek at it. So the last 3-star moveset I'm going to take a look at is, once again, double green, but we're bringing in purple too, which is a reversal. 4 MP, deal 147,370 damage, kick out of pin, and swap 4 random gems to purple gems. Gems broken during kickout do not have any effect, cannot kick out when in danger. So for this build, we're going to go with steel for more green MP and kind of hope for a green match. We're going to use Daniel Bryan to make more purple gems on the kickout. Showboat Lacey for more green gem damage, and then Hall of Fame Eddie for an extra purple gem. And the belt, I'm not running a plate, but I think a glowing phantom would work. I don't want to waste plate parts if it isn't helpful. So what I've done is I've switched to a full armor belt. I only have a green flat for armor, so plus 50. Tried to look for medals with green move substats. Managed to find some. But I feel like a phantom plate where you break purple, get green might help. Maybe even a swipe plate that gives you green gems. Having a brain fog moment. You'll have to excuse me. Oh, that's MP. That's MP. Is there one and I just don't have it? Maybe there isn't one. I feel like there is one, but is it Sean's showstopper? It is. I just completely went right by it. So whenever you break 3 or more blue, make 7 red into green. That might work for this set. Swipe blue, give yourself some green on the board. But we're going to try the reversal just because he has one. I don't see it being super necessary to any of his builds, but I just kind of want to see what it does. We're going to go against Hacksaw. Let me move my sidebar like a non-scuff preview person. We're going to go against Hacksaw because he doesn't have a sub and he doesn't have a kick out. So let's see how this goes. Oh, but he's using double red MP trainers. Yeah, because, you know, that makes sense. Whatever, Hacksaw, do your worst. By the way, Hacksaw announced today that he was cancer-free, so big ups to Mr. Jim Duggan. Congratulations, good sir. Alright, well, he's going to pin us, which is nice. Except our reversal's not charged. Oh, well. I'm going to do that to get that broken to charge the reversal. And then we'll plug in those 5 multiply gems. $546K. Double armor. Undefeated. Let's run that back and yeah, let's run that back. Purple match. There we go. He's running double red MP trainers. He's gonna blow up a bunch of the board. I got it now. I got it now. Your girl had a moment. Alright. Reversal. Now, if you had that ever elusive purple percent medal that if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know I still don't frickin' have, that would be a good spot to use it. Let's charge that again. Any green matches anywhere? No. Alright, well he's probably going to pin us again, which is fine because our reversal is charged. This would be where the glowing phantom plate comes into play as well. But I'm not a huge fan of movesets where you need to get pinned to get going. So like in this case, it's ideal because we're going up against somebody that's destroying the board right away. But not really my preferred playstyle. Just kind of wanted to show what it did. And definitely not his best moveset either, so we'll get to those. So kick out again. The good news is it's a 4 MP reversal and it basically recharges itself. So showdown defense, very annoying. If that's your MO, is to make the community mad at you on defense, then excellent decision for this. Kick out again. It is kind of nice that it fills itself. But this should do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Au revoir. 666,000. Evil. Evil. Get it? Because he smokes the devil's lettuce? Okay, we're more than halfway done. I'll stop with the jokes and let's go ahead and look at his 4-star build. 4-star moveset we're going to take a look at is the finisher with both of the blue moves. So we're bringing back the 8 MP power bomb and we're bringing in blue 2, which is unlocked at 4-star. It is the ripcord knee strike, 8 MP, deal 46,784 damage and deal 219,822 bleed damage to your opponent for 3 turns. So we're going to do Lawler for more blue MP, Striker Seth for more bleed damage, Acro J for more finisher damage, and Trickster Andre to help charge the blue moves faster. We're going to stick with the same belt, double armor, green flat because I don't have the percent. A great plate for this build would be the Honky Tonk Blues plate. So when you break green with the finisher, it gives you blue MP. So that would be ideal. We're not going to bother though. And let's see how this goes. So we have a blue match, which is great. all these green gems that you're breaking. Pain. Alright, there we go. So the power bomb should... Yep, that's only 10 MP. So that'll fill the finisher. And what you want to do is make sure your finisher is full before you hit the bleed, because it's going to be 3 turns, which means all 3 kick-out attempts, he's going to bleed. So it's going to be more and more difficult for him to kick out. And we're using double armor, so this may keep him down. The green on the board is favorable. So blow that up. Blow that up. Put those there. To cascade Slick Rick style. Shout out to Barracks, who loves Slick Rick. And let's go there. Nope, not nearly enough? Okay. Well, that's a shame. This is where the Honky Tonk Blues plate would be clutch. Okay, finisher recycled itself, which is nice. See if I can get those blue gems to fall in line and match. Thank you. And then we can hit the bleed again. Hello? Okay. Not gonna bother hitting that. Knee to the face. Let's do that. So 265, but he's gonna bleed for about 1,000,000 damage. Definitely not the ideal use of the blue moves at 4-star. At 5-star, you'll see how well that fits. I'll do that to get these blue matches. Those should fall. Get that. Oh, but that's going to fall too. No. Okay. I mean, we could do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then... Okay, let's do that. Let's do that instead. Much better. Ow. Thank you, double armor. So this is taking a lot longer than I wanted it to. It'll make sense at 5-star. Don't you worry. I think until 5-star, you're definitely better off running the multiply gems and then using the finisher to connect them. Do we have anything we can chain here? 4 more blues, hopefully. Okay, that's decent. Wow, okay. So this was definitely a struggle bus build. Apologies. But now we know. Now we know. Alright, this will be the last cycle, so hit these, get out of dodge. Go look at something cool. I guess another way around this build would be if you had Razor to run the 1 MP purple with the Honky Tonk Blues plate, spam purple gems, and then when those break, it gives you 3 MP on these, but still not super fun. Not super fun. Alright, this will do it. And remember, with both gears, this bleed is going to be even stronger. So we're doing like almost a mil. Yeah, we're doing more than a mil on the bleed. With Striker Seth, no Kyrie Sane, and no gears. So substantial to say the least. Poof, be gone. And he bleeds out. Alright. So not the most ideal. But it got the job done. Alright, I got 2 5-star builds I want to take a look at. So let's go take a peek at those. So the 5-star moveset. This is where everybody watching at home goes, oh, that makes sense. It is double blue with green 3, which is the ankle lock. It is a color submission. You guessed it, blue gems. So choose 7 gems to make into blue submission gems and do 31,327 damage for 5 turns while submission gems are on the gem board. Do not be alarmed by the fact that it is a 12 charge sub, because at 5-star gold, the power bomb gives you 11 green MP. So that works out just fine at this rarity. Again, I do not know how to hide my sidebar before I hit record. So we are going to use Lawler for more blue MP. Tech Angle, shout out to Payroll, or Payroll 11, however you'd like to address him. Tech Angle for 50% more damage on green submissions. Going to keep Acro J for another 10%. And we're going to bring in Acro Shelton. Maybe he's not technically a free-to-play, but he was a chase, and I got him, so I'm going to use him. So Shelton for 20% more damage on that sub. The belt, once again, we are not using a plate. We are going full armor. And we have swapped the green metal for a flat blue. So these blue moves will be hitting around 97 damage, and then he'll reduce it a little bit, 90k-ish. So fairly straightforward. Use the power bomb to charge the sub, use the sub to charge the bleed and the power bomb. Very similar to Texina's build, but a little stronger. So see how it goes. Blue match out of the gate. Excellent. Let him do his thing. Okay, so we will hit the power bomb. That will charge up our submission. We will hit the bleed. 219,000 bleed damage for 3 turns. So all throughout the sub, not all throughout, but the first 3 turns of the sub, he is going to bleed. Now, these are 8 MP. So 3 matches or 2 4 matches. Or even, because he's going to get a turn afterwards, a 3 match and a 4 match will do it. So we'll hit the sub. We will do just 1, 2, 3, like that. And then I'm just going to put them on the blue gems that are already there. A reminder that if you make yourself a wild card with a color submission, your opponent gets the wild card when the sub is done. So we don't want to do that. We just want to do enough to charge up these moves for the next turn. So 7 MP of the 8. And he bleed. And we charged. If you wanted to, you could use Sika as a coach and reduce the sub by 2 turns, so it would be a 3-turn sub. That would ensure that you, well, nothing really. It wouldn't ensure anything because it's a color sub and you're doing it all yourself. Never mind. You could use them though. So this is going to be really good for going up against 5-star gold characters. Apply the bleed. We don't have Seth on, so we're doing about 660,000 in total for the bleed. And it's a 5 MP sub, so even if they get a 3 match, probably not going to do much. Lather, rinse, repeat. With feud perks, for those of you that feud with perks, I don't know them off the top of my head because I don't use them, but I'm assuming like a 200% bleed perk and a 100% sub perk, I think that's what they are, that would make him just super nasty. Just super nasty. You'd be carving through people. Tech Brock's sub is stronger, but this is certainly viable. Okay, so 220 on the bleed, 56k on the sub turns. And they get like no offense. And the only reason I'm using armor medals is just because we're not going to hit a big finisher that he is going to try to kick out of. We're basically doing this to take all of his health. So we're trying to minimize the damage that we take as much as possible. That's a really cool takedown animation. So we take minimal damage. As you can see, we are like just about full life. And he only got his moves off at the beginning and hasn't done anything since. So a very strong defensive setup for sure. Again, 4 match and a 3 match for the 8 MP, and then I'm just going to put them on the blue gems that are already there because sometimes you just go into autopilot and put him somewhere you don't realize he can match them. So, not that it matters because he's going to be done after this. All done. I do have one more moveset to take a look at. It's not ideal by any means, but it looks fun. It's chaotic and messy, and I'm all about that life. Um, so I want to give it a try and see how it goes. The last moveset I want to take a look at is just a kind of messy, chaotic, heavy bleed, sub, random 1MP spamming moves, cluster bleep moveset. So we're going to do the 1MP German suplex, the 8MP bleed move, and the 12MP color submission. So my thought is we'll throw out a bunch of green gems to charge the sub. The sub will charge the bleed. And we'll just keep throwing out green gems to charge the sub. I don't know why. I just want to try it. It looks fun. So I'm using like fun, non-free-to-play entourage because I can. And it's fun for me, and I just want to try it. So we're using Razor, Shield Seth, Bruno, and Kairi Sane. And the belt, full armor again, just because we want to reduce the damage taken as much as possible. But I've swapped in a tier 5 purple flat. So we're doing 60k with the German suplex. So 99k every turn. And this is probably not going to work, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll surprise myself. This would probably be better with his gears. Maybe I'll try this again when I have both of his gears on. Okay, so we'll take that. Never get the cascades when you want them, huh? Isn't that always the way? Okay, we got a cascade coming now. I can feel it. I can feel it. Probably not. Okay. Almost. That's an almost. Alright, so now we're going to cascade when I don't want to, because that's usually how it works. Wow. Okay, so we're going to use that to do that, and that'll break that green, and that gem, and break those up above. Smart. Smart. SMRT. SMRT. Alright, I'll hit the bleed first, just in case we get a Wicked Cascade. So 402,000 on the bleed with Seth at 9k and Kairi at 9k. Seth at 13k I think would give us 7% more, not overly substantial. but when we're using both of the gears, I'm sure that will make much more of a difference. So again, we're going to throw out the green and see if we can get some kind of cascade set up with the blue gems. Yeah, we could do that. 2, 3, 4. I'll break that a little bit. Okay. Let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we're going to need those to match as well. And then 6, 7. No, I don't want to go up there. I'll go there. All right, there we go. Well, that worked okay. All right, hit the bleed again. Still no cascade, huh? Really don't want these to link. That's fine. This is not a moveset you would run without gear. I'll just throw that out there right now. But there is potential. I can see it. And we got a wild card there, so let's take our free swipe. And not cascade. Okay, thank you. And we'll get things loaded again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that should hopefully match those as well. Excellent. Hopefully you guys can see where I'm going. Ow! Fuck! Scopely, why? Why are you so inaccessible? Ugh, Lord. Hopefully you guys can see kind of my thought process behind this moveset. Reverse glowing phantom plate would be great. Maybe an all heart plate would be good. Honky tonk blues plate. Yeah, there's potential here. There's potential here. All right, let's go ahead and conclude. So that is how Riddle looks with no gears and fairly accessible trainers and coaches. I did fail to mention the most important thing, and that is that he's chaotic. So he gives you extra time in your faction boss battles. A reminder, the gears are not equipped, so the first gear, it does not matter which gear you get. Get back here. It does not matter which gear you get, whether it's the yellow gear or the blue gear. What matters is how many you have. So if you have just the blue gear and not the yellow, you're still only getting this. This means you need to have 2. This means you need to have 3. Does not matter which 2 of the 3 you have. So 1 extra gear, moves that generate green gems will create 2 more green gems. That'll really help if you don't have Razor. And moves that cause bleed will do 50% more bleed damage. That will make the color submission build very powerful. So again, he is a trial character, so everybody gets to try him out at 5 bronze. Let me know what you were liking with him, with or without the gears. Let me know your favorite build. I will have 2 more videos on him. I'm going to do just the 1 gear, and then I'll do both. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. Be sure to like, share with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified when my next gameplay video comes out. Thank you again for watching. Take care.